Hi, baby loves. If you need an answer right now, watch this reading. Hold your question in your mind as I'm shuffling. We're going to start by getting the energy around your situation with your question. Starting the reading, we've got the Ace of Cups. So there's a new beginning, a good new beginning. Some love, like could be romantic love, or just doing something that you love or something that makes you like happy. We've also got the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords can be read in a couple of ways. It can be read like people will see it as deception, or like as you see here, a fox hiding like a sword. Um, I also read it as like weapons getting put down and like a situation getting easier because there's less fighting. So take that however it works in your situation. Could be deception, but could also be that like there's something that like the difficult harsh thing is being hidden away, or like there's a barrier for somebody to get it. We've also got the Knight of Swords. So there's some protection coming in. The Knight of Swords can also be read as like a harsh message or a swift message. I rate it as protection because the sword is an actual weapon and a knight is a warrior. And we've got the Six of Cups. There could be children or having to do with something from your childhood, or reflecting like this. There's this energy of something from the past in this. So there could be harshness, but I'm reading this as protecting, like this new opportunity to protect or enhance something from the past, or a child, or like a skill or a talent. We've also got the Page of Pentacles. This might have to do with your money. In this deck, the Daughter of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. This might have to do with your money, but like there is a lot of growth right now, and it's possible that you're learning through having like missed something. You didn't see something that was crucial, and you might be in your feelings about that right now. But there's this wonderful, beautiful new beginning here. So I wouldn't worry too much. Let's get one more card and then we'll get some clarification. We've got the Empress, the number 3. It's very possible there's a Cancer or a Libra. Both of those signs are associated with Empress, but even more so, there's this whole situation or this question of yours has this overall like guidance and nurturing and caregiving being done either by a person or like the spirit world, if that makes sense too, like by God or a higher power. Let's get clarity on the Seven of Swords on what that one means, because I'm wondering if it's about deception or if it's about something, something else. Hang on, I've got a couple that fell. The High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I think there's something just that you're not seeing because this is your second Ace of Cups in a row, and so with this, there's something very beautiful about the situation, and it's distracting you from something that might not be easy, and you're giving yourself like a few moments to have there's this term having your head like buried under the sand, so just like not seeing all the other stuff because you want to focus on the one good thing, and that's okay if that's where you are, if that's what you're feeling. There's nothing wrong with that. But just be aware that you might be missing something, some information. Let's clarify this Six of Cups. Six of Cups clarified the Page of Swords. This is your second page in a row also because you have the Page of Pentacles right after that. As though what I'm gonna say is that there's like either your own inner child or things having to do with your creations need to be protected because you're in a growth period, or like that thing is in a growth period, and it could be a beginning, but it needs to be protected, and you need to go slow with it, and you need to give it space to breathe and grow. Yeah. Okay. So in terms of like yes or no, or should you or shouldn't you, or like negative or positive energy, let's see if I kind of think about it like abundance or like uh, constriction energy. That's how I think about it. So is this situation, is it opening or closing? We've got the Knight of Swords. This is your second Knight of Swords. I mean, if you're looking for a yes or a no, I would see this more as a no, or just that like this is not the way that you should be going, because this is their second like protection card. So there's something here that you need to be protected from. It could even just be thoughts. Like right as I opened the deck, the Nine of Swords opened up, and the Nine of Swords is anxiety, and you might need to protect yourself from the anxiety of whatever the situation might cause, and it's just important to think about that. Words that fell out are the Devil and Strength. So it might be a really nice thing. It might be good for you to get out of the situation anyway, for it to close up. Because there's just like a lot of drama going on here. One more card in terms of like outcast or the outcome of the situation is the King of Pentacles. So when you leave, when you let it finish, then you're gonna get that King of Pentacles energy. And King of Pentacles energy is having all the money, it's being in charge, it's stability. All of that comes, but you do have to like close up this situation, but know that you're being guided and you're being protected and you're being helped. So you don't have to worry. There's so many like pentacles of growing, of potential here, so you don't have to worry so much. And I think the worry is really what's like causing you to, or like causing the situation to be more difficult. And I don't know if you could hear that, like, so I live in Brooklyn, New York, and this is a very loud place, and there are a lot of horns, and one just honked. As I was saying, you do not have to worry. I take that as like a message from spirit. And your last one, the card that fell, is another Six of Cups. This is your second Six of Cups, babies. So that make sure you are protecting and like nurturing whatever it is that you're trying to grow or bring into the world. Because after all of this, like once you get away from whatever it is, because you've got this Devil energy, this Seven of Sword energy, there's something you're not being shown, that it gets a lot easier. And you become happier, and you can take care of and do the thing that you want to do that will make you happy. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you're still watching, I love you, and hug the like button or the subscribe button, or just come back tomorrow because I post readings every single day.